Hi, and welcome to Moonbeam Connections. I'm Jacqui-Leigh. Today on Spirit Guide Mailbox, we're again going to see what message Spirit has for us today. So I do set the intention that these messages reach those who need them when they need them. So if this message did reach you today, it does mean it is meant for you. It doesn't mean the whole thing is meant for you. It just might be a part of it or a couple parts of it that really resonate with you, and whatever doesn't resonate with you, just leave it behind. It doesn't matter. It's for somebody else. All right, so let's see today what message Spirit has for us. Please, what message would you like to tell us? Okay. Ooh. So we got two reversals, and they're not great reversals. So we've got the Queen of Coins, or in this deck's Queen of Coins, or it's the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles reversed, sorry, that's reversed. That's the unfortunate part. But it is about like nurturing and practicality and abundance. You know, it's sort of, having your everything you need around you and nurturing it, but also not like, it's not like, oh, I'm rich and I'm just going to spend all my money, right? It's about being practical. I have enough, but I have to be practical in order to ensure I have enough. And so when it's reversed, it's there's imbalances, you're neglecting things, maybe you're not paying attention to your finances. It can also be about like smothering, right? So upright, you're nurturing; reversed, you're too much nurturing, you're smothering. And then we have the reverse strength. And so strength is all about that inner strength, that patience, that courage. And when you reverse it, it's like weakness. You're in self-doubt. You have these insecurities. You're not sure which way to go. You're not sure you have the strength to actually do it. And so what this is sort of saying to me is that, like, especially because we got the pentacles and then we got the strength, it's really saying that there's an imbalance, or you're neglecting your finances, and it's because you don't believe you have the ability to do it. Maybe it's you're now out on your own, and you think, I don't have enough money. But if you just got down and were practical about things, right? This is the not being practical. So if you got down and were practical about things, and okay, well, this money has to go here and this money has to go here, and I've got enough for this, but we're going to have to cut this, luxury out. And sometimes luxuries don't really seem like luxuries. Like we're not going to be able to eat out once a month. We got to scratch that. And so really what these cards are sort of saying is, right now, you're not on top of your finances. You're not having things balanced in terms of payments and bringing money in, and what money you spend, your extra money. What do they call that? Anyways, what money are you spending that's extra, that, hey, maybe you shouldn't be spending that, or now you're over budget, or now, you don't have money to pay off these debts or to actually pay these bills here because you spent it over here. So what Spirit is saying with these two cards is that your financials are imbalanced, or you're neglecting them. And that happens a lot too. You're just fearful of what they might say, of what might be there, of, how bad is it really? And so you just don't pay attention, and then it gets worse and worse and worse and spirals. And it's because you feel like you just don't have it in you. You don't have that strength to deal with it. If you've lived with somebody your whole adult life and they've been taking care of the finances, and all of a sudden you're separated and now you have to deal with everything, and you're like, oh my gosh, but there's the rent, and there's the power, and there's the whatever, the gas, and and these bills just go on and on and on. The phone bill, and the car insurance bill, the car insurance payment, and all of a sudden it's like, I don't have the ability. I don't have this in me. Like, I've never done this before. I can't just be paying all these bills and keep on top of it. But I rest assure you, you do. You just need to get a practical plan and start implementing it. So we'll get to our automatic writing, because I'm sure you're screaming at me going, okay, let's hear what Spirit has to say. But so we've got our reversed Queen of Pentacles, or Queen of Coins. And we've got our Strength card. And we're going to see what Spirit wants to tell us in relation to these two. As always, I do dub over it, so it may sound a little strange. And I'm going to be quiet here for a second, get into my meditation mode, and then we'll see what message Spirit has for us. regarding the reversed Queen of Coins and strength. You need to get organized. You have everything at your disposal, but you are not utilizing it properly or to the full extent you could. Develop a plan and stick to it. Organize your finances, and slowly you will get on top of it. Understand your habits and what needs to change for your finances to change. Burying your head in the sand will not make it better and will only lead to worse outcome. Pick yourself up and work through it step by step. As you do, you will begin to see how, once you are organized, everything feels easy and that it did not require strength to complete. It only required your attention and taking action. A better future awaits if you take it. But it is up to you. You either drive forward in control or you're pushed forward into parts unknown where you never wanted to be. Just start. The fear is inside you. The courage is inside you. The ability is inside you. You just have to move forward and be prepared. Luck comes to those who are prepared. Will you be prepared when luck comes looking for you? Love. Ooh, see, the board is a little bit harder to see. I'm filming this at a little bit of an unusual time. As you can appreciate, it is now summer vacation. And so my usual recording time is taken up with children, so I try and sneak in where I can these readings. What Spirit is saying here is that, look, everything you need is at your disposal, right? You have this ability. You don't need to be scared of, oh, I can't do it. You don't need to be scared of, oh, it was so bad, I don't want to look at it. This really is about starting to do, right? Turn this queen upside down, start getting practical about things, and just start doing it. Look, and slowly as you get on top of it, right? And as you create different habits, you're going to find that it's easier and easier and easier. Right now, you're in this fear and it seems so bad, and I don't even want to look at that bill because I think it's going to be horrible, and I don't want to even talk to those people because I owe them money and I don't even know how much it'll be, and now there's fines, and right, and meanwhile you're avoiding it. Fines are racking up, interest is racking up. Whereas if you start getting on top of it, it doesn't have to be tomorrow, right? It doesn't have to be, oh, I've got everything organized and I got all my payment plans and I know exactly how much to make and I got my budget perfect. No, work in progress, always work in progress. And so slowly but surely you start looking, okay, let me at least look at all my debts, right? Now I know where I sit. Let me look at all my monthly bills, your rent, your food, that sort of thing. Okay, now I know how much money I have to put out every month. So now I have this little bit of left. Now that I've paid for my basic living and being able to drive to work, yada, 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 now I have this. How much can I put to debt? What am I going to put my money to first in terms of my debt? And start working on a plan. And as you work at a plan, you'll start feeling better about it because now I've got this plan. I understand what I'm doing. Things are starting to be structured, but you'll also start getting on top of things. You won't be, continue to overspend, right? Like if you're not on top of your finances, you're overspending, you're going more and more debt, and because you're too afraid to look at it, it just keeps going. Now you get on top of it, you're like, oh, I can't go out and spend $100 on a restaurant. I'm better off putting that $100 onto my credit card, or I know, like, I'm always by the end of the month, I'm really, really tight. So if I go and spend this $100 now to go eat at a restaurant, I may not have groceries the last week. So I'm going to hold this $100. And if I don't need it, within my monthly budget, then I'll have the $100 at the end of the month to then go to a restaurant. That'll be my treat because I stayed within budget and I was under control. And so I had the extra $100. And that's something you could do. You could put like $50, $100, whatever, however your budget works. Everybody's budget is different. But okay, I got this money aside for this month. This is my fun money, but it's my emergency backup that if I overspend or forgot about a bill or screwed something up, now I can take this money here and I'll apply it to that. And if I'm good, then I get the reward of getting to go to a movie, getting to go to dinner, getting to, whatever it is, getting to rent a bike and go for a a bike down the river valley. So whatever your thing is. But really what Spirit is just trying to say is like this feeling you don't have enough strength is due because you're not looking at it. You feel like you're completely disorganized, right? You need to get organized. I mean, that's the first thing Spirit said is you need to get organized. So you need to get organized. You need to understand how all your finances are and understand how much do I have left over after my have-to bills are paid, and do I have any debt? Don't I have debt? What debt's acquiring fines? What debt's acquiring interest? All of it, all these different things. And then as you start gathering all the information and organizing everything and understanding everything, it's going to be easier and easier and easier. And probably what will happen is you get more and more into it, right? Because you'll be like, oh, I can start putting $200 a month to my debt, and I still get to, have $50 fun money a month too. So I'm going to go out once a week with my friends, and I'm going to be paying $200 on my debt. So instead of going further into debt, I'm actually now paying it off. And then as you get more and more excited, you're like, oh, well, maybe I can shave a little bit off of here. And, oh, I'm going to start, taking bag lunches to work every day. Now that's saving me, $5 for a bag lunch, $20 for an eating out lunch. So now I'm saving $15 a day just there. And so as you'll get more excited and you'll feel more in control, which will be the main thing. You'll feel like you're getting things under control, and you won't end up in this Queen of Pentacles where like things are just crazy out of balance, too much going in, not enough coming. It's too much going in. I'd love too much going in. Too much going out, not enough coming in. Too much going out, not enough coming in. And but a lot of people really, it's because they're not budgeting, and it's those small little, $5, $20, $30, $10. Not a big deal. And all of a sudden by the end of your month, you've spent $200, $300, $500 on this. Not a big deal, not a big deal, not a big deal. And if you start budgeting and realizing, ooh, a big deal, or, okay, I love getting coffee from wherever you get your coffee from. So $100 a month, I am going to dedicate to that. And then you get 2 weeks in and you're like, oh, I already spent my $100. Now I'm starting to realize, A, how much I'm spending on coffee, but also B, now I'm going to have to remember, okay, we can't get coffee, every day or every weekday. Now we're going to have to get coffee maybe 3 times a week or 2 times a week, or it's going to be a once in a while treat. And of course, as you start reducing those kind of treats too, you start craving them less and less, or you're like, yeah, I want to go do that. And then, we'll put the money away. I can do it in a week. I can do it in 2 weeks. I can do it in 2 years. It'll always still be there. Well, I hope this message helped you today. I'm sending you peace, love, and happiness. Bye for now.